Hey friends, this is Brian with Standing Strong. How's it going? I'm on vacation today, so new background. But wanted to start with an encouragement as usual. Just nothing too different, but simply if you think that you can say about yourself that you are, to the best of your ability, living according to your values, trying to seek God and follow His will for you in your situation, that you're, trying to love in the midst of different difficult circumstances, trying to sort through your confusion, and if you just want to do the right thing before the Lord, and for your life, for your future, for your legacy, and for the good of your spouse and your children. Bravo. Bravo. That's a cool thing, and a thing that not very many people, um, will do. Just hands down, not a lot of people will do. And if that's where you find yourself, I think you have to realize that God is really, He's already started doing the work in your life, and He's already preparing you. He's already helping you. He's already sowing the seeds, and so you should be very encouraged just that you're even considering, that you've gone and searched for these things, and you're open to saying, "Man, what this may be very strange." I think for a lot of people, standing for marriage at some point, it strikes us all as quite a strange thing. And for many people in our lives, they're not going to get it either. They're going to say, "Hey, if someone files paperwork at the local courthouse, God's done. God's done. With your marriage, He's exited as well." And to say, wait, hold on. Maybe that's not true. A lot of people, that's just like, it's just too out of the box. It's just not something that happens often. So, um, I could go on and on and on. But basically, what I want to say is, just encourage anyone. If you're living by your values, trying to follow God, that's amazing. So, what I want to try to talk about today, briefly, is some tips for how to go about praying for your spouse and doing that in an effective way, and doing that in a way that you'll be able to do that for the long haul. You will get tired, you will want to give up, you will think that, maybe God will restore other people's marriages but not yours. All these things and more from, all kinds of different angles will come at you, and over time you will learn kind of the tricks. I think that, it's kind of like the same types of difficulties mentally or emotionally or spiritually, they kind of come at you during this process. But until you really like learn to see those and see the patterns and kind of, I don't know, I guess it's like a picture. Like if you've ever, you know I don't know, for those of you that are baseball players or softball players, when you see a new pitcher, they're going to have a curveball, a slider, fastball, a changeup, different things, that are going to throw you off when you haven't seen them before. But then after you see these pitches, for a few different times, a few different ways, the delivery and everything, you start to get used to, okay, this is how it works, I've seen this before, and you start to get more hits. You start to be more successful at dealing with the challenges that come your way. But in the beginning, it's tough, and even after you've been doing it for a while, it's still tough. So my encouragement is to invite people that you think that are, um, strong spiritually and have a decent prayer life to come alongside you and help you. What I did in my situation, I had 7 guys to help me, so just picked one for each day of the week. I just asked these guys, hey, I'm standing for my marriage. I'm going to try to intercede and work through this as best I can. I know it's going to be hard and I need your help. Will you help me? And all of them said yeah, no one said no. Um, and the cool thing that's happened is that I've been very encouraged by them because they'll send me different verses or different thoughts or different things. They've been a sounding board for me at different times. But it hasn't always taken a lot of time. Usually it's just an email. Hey, don't forget to pray. Hey, here's a verse. Hey, here's something I was thinking about. Here's something I'm struggling with. And, so even though I've been encouraged by them, they've also all written back to me and said, I'm very encouraged by you. I'm encouraged by your faith. I'm encouraged by your love for your spouse. I just, it's worked out well for everybody. So that's one thing that's been great. Second thing I wanted to think about or mention was, consider if you haven't already started doing a journal. Journals are cool for 2 reasons, I think. One, whether you do it on your computer or you do it with like pen paper, doesn't matter. But what's nice about it is that you can maybe be really struggling, confused, or just having some thoughts and about what's happened, and it's maybe very emotional. Maybe you're kind of getting stuck in that stuff, and sometimes journaling just allows you to kind of download it from your brain or out of your emotions, put it on paper. It helps you kind of sort through what's going on a little bit, and then you can just save it to the desktop, drop it in a folder, and in some sense, kind of just let it there it is, and you don't have to worry about it. It's weird how it works, but for me, it does kind of feel like, whew, I mean, okay, I mean, all that stuff is on that document now, and I'll just, if I need it, I mean, I can go back and get it, but I don't have to worry about it as much. Side benefit, too, is you become a better writer. So, if that's helpful for you at all in your profession, which for most people it is, it's cool to be able to do some writing in your free time. So that's the first thing. The second thing is it's really neat to be able to go back later, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago, and see the things that you were confused about before and now you're not, or how much you were struggling emotionally. And now maybe you still are, but not to the degree that you were. The questions that you had, the things that you didn't understand. It's just neat to see the progress that you'll make, and having a written record of that helps you to be able to go back and say, wow, you know, God has been helping me. I've been learning. I've been growing. I've become stronger. I wasn't, as banged up emotionally, now as I was before. All these kind of things. It's great to be able to go back and look at. I'll say this as well. A lot of people say, and I want to be careful to never like say this. I don't think that just because you stand necessarily means that you know your marriage is going to be restored. I don't think that that's I don't think that's fair to tell people. So I'm not gonna say that to people. It takes two people, and there are certain circumstances where people are allowed to walk away, have biblically legitimate marriages and divorces. Sorry, legitimate divorces, and walk away. And we can talk about that later. Um, and it also may be that you're a victim of an unbiblical divorce, but I mean your spouse, just that's it. I mean, it doesn't matter if they may not be a believer, or they may be a believer and just not be interested in sorting things out. So whatever your situation is, I'm not going to say that, hey, for sure, things are going to work out for you. But I do want to say this: if you decide to seriously stand for your marriage, if you believe that's what God is calling you to do, He will reward you for that. Okay, there's a lot of promises about that, about rewards for faithfulness, about rewards for good works. But here's the other cool thing, and this is really what I want to say, is as you pray, as you seek the good for your covenant spouse, your covenant husband, as you seek their good, as you seek their healing in prayer, as you seek their financial well-being, that they're able to meet personal goals, that they're able to be a good parent, a good friend, have good friendships, have good mentors, find a good church, have good health, be able to recover from the past, be able to deal with their baggage, be able to, if they have stuff from their family or anything like that. As you cover those things in prayer, God will really help you and use those things to kind of move you into and work you through the forgiveness process. You'll notice that the hurt that you once had, you'll start to get truths and certain perspectives on just what was going on, and it's really neat. I can try to talk about it, but I won't. I'll just say that I can almost guarantee that this will be kind of one of the payoffs for you, as far as what will happen, and it'll just be like I said, a softer heart, compassion, forgiveness, peace, understanding the other person is just a normal person. They have sins of their own. All of us can make bad decisions. We all do make bad decisions. All fall short of the glory of God. And so, it's just, that's how it is with people. And it doesn't change just because they get married. You still have all that stuff to deal with. So, that's one great thing. So that was basically the video. Just ask people to help you pray. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for them. Try to keep a journal. You don't have to do it every day, of course, but it is neat to have a record, especially on days when you're really stuck, and to be able to go back and look and say, "Wow, I'm not where I used to be," and that's really cool. God's done a lot. That's really cool. And the third part is just as you pray, God will help you on a lot of different levels with your own stuff, your own hurt, your own forgiveness process, and that'll be really neat as well. Plus, on top of however God chooses to answer those prayers, uh, in the other person's life. So, that's I guess that's it for today. Hope everyone's well. Don't forget that God loves you. He sees you. He knows what's going on. He's for you. He's not against you. He was the one that decided marriage was a good idea, and we know that He came so we would have life abundantly, and that it's actually the enemy who's come to steal, kill, and destroy. So maybe we'll get into all that spiritual stuff another time. But for today, if you're living according to your values, bravo. Keep it going. Okay, bye.